good afternoon. My name is Joshua. I work here at the Octavia Felon Public Library. Thank you for joining me this afternoon for our virtual workshop in 3D printing basics. 3D printers are really great because you can print out anything on them. The only limit is your own imagination. Today we're going to be taking a look at the basics, and we're going to design some bubble wands just in time for the fall season. When you're done with your projects, you can go ahead and send it to us at ofplprints@gmail.com. I will put the email address in the description of this video. In your email, be sure to include your full name and your contact information so that way once it's done printing, we can go ahead and contact you. With that, go ahead and open up your internet browser. Today we're going to be using Chrome, but if you don't want to use Chrome, you can use Firefox, Microsoft Edge. It's really up to you. But in the URL search bar, you're going to go ahead and type in Tinkercad. That is Tinkercad, Tinkercad. It is free software that you can use for 3D modeling, so you can create anything in this program. Like I said, the only limit is your imagination. Go ahead and click on the web address. If this is your first time utilizing this software, you'll need to join now. Again, this is free, so all you need is an email address to sign up. If you're already signed up for this website, just go ahead and click sign in. I went ahead and signed in earlier, so that way I could just go ahead and come back in. This is my first ever project working with the software. I have no idea what I was doing, and so I just made this object. I honestly don't know what it is. I went to an external software and I purchased this little figurine as my Dungeons and Dragons character. So you can kind of see he's okay. So I'm an ice mage as my character, so you can see the ice forming out of my little character here. I also spent some time making a bubble wand for us to take a look at. So looking at this, you do have your variety of basic shapes on the right hand side. If you click the drop down menu, you have options to a lot more other pre-made objects too as well. So this one's relatively simple. Here is the part where you blow through so you can make the bubbles, the handle part, and I made a little decorative piece. We're going to go ahead and make our own. So on this home page here, click on Create New Design. And like I said, we do have the variety of options here in order to go ahead and make whatever we want to make. We are going to make our bubble wand today. So let's go ahead and start with that basic shape. We worked on a tube. And you can click, hold, and drag your object onto your work plane. When you have your object selected, you do have a variety of options. If you want to take a look at this, you can zoom in using the plus and minus sign here, or if you have one of those scrollers on your mouse, you can use that to scroll in and out too as well. When you're taking a look at your object, you have your four corners that adjusts the dimensions of your object. You have the ones in the middle to adjust the height and the width and length too as well. This one in the very center adjusts the height, and then you can adjust the overall tilt of your object using the cone here too as well. Let's go ahead and reduce the size. We're going to try 3 pixels. We're going to also change the shape. So we're going to do 35 by 35 pixels. Now, if you wanted to, just copy and repeat this. all you have to do is just do your basic commands, Control C and then Control V, and then you have your other options too as well. Let's reduce this wall thickness too as well, which we probably don't want. Okay, I gotta reduce the number. There we go. And this, yeah, the sides adjust the smoothness of your overall object. So we have a now complete circle. Going to do Control Copy and paste it. On the top left hand of your function, that's really annoying. We can go ahead and adjust our overall image too as well. Trying to get it. There we go. Probably not the best, but let's go ahead and just adjust it to the 3x3 grid here. Delete our other objects too as well. Copy, paste. That way it is easier to do here. Taking a look, and pretty much symmetrical. So we're going to do 4 different loops to make the bubbles. And then the other thing that we need to do is make the handle. So we're going to use the box, zoom out, flatten this to just the same amount of pixels, the 3. Make it our handle a little bit wider. And then you can always readjust your plane of view too as well. And then we can flourish it if we want to. Going to make a little star handle like I had on the other one, but make it a little bit bigger. Rotate it just a tad bit. And there we have it. Relatively basic and simple. Like I said, you can go ahead and adjust the options here, mess with whatever you would like to, change the overall shape. If you don't want to do what I just did, it is entirely up to you how you want to design your own bubble one. There are the different shapes that you can play with too as well. But once you're done with your project, if you go to the top right hand corner of your screen where it says export, go ahead and click that. And you want to make sure that you have everything in design selected. For 3D printing, the best one is to be export your file as a .obj, and you can go ahead and save it to your computer and send that document or file to us so that way we can go ahead and have it printed for you. Again, you're going to go ahead and send your completed 3D prints to ofplprints@gmail.com. To reiterate, I will put the email in the description of this video so that way it's easy for you to find. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to all of our social media platforms. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and much more. You can find that on the homepage of our website. Again, this is 3D Printing Basics. My name is Josh. I was your host for today. Thank you for joining me this afternoon, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.